What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, my name is Mariel and I make reaction videos. So today I am clearly not doing a reaction video, as seen in the title, and yeah, before I get started, so you see the shirt? This Kim NAMJOON shirt? I got it from Purple U Shop. You can follow her on Instagram. I will link her Instagram in the description below, and also her TikTok. So yeah, go give her a follow, and she releases a lot of K-pop related fan-made merch, and they're actually really cool, really good. This is my second shirt that I got from her. I have a J-Hope shirt, as you can see from when I went to the BTS concert from my previous videos. But yeah, so I know that the holidays are really hard for people, with seasonal depression kicking in, along with, other like stresses of, expectations from family, friends, and all that. So I kind of wanted to do a little recap on my mental health journey. I didn't start taking my mental health journey very seriously until, I want to say, 2019. So basically pre-pandemic. It all started when I started listening to an artist called Scotty Sire. As you can see, I will have a photo of him right here. I met him. He was pretty cool. When I started listening to Scotty Sire, I noticed that it was a time when I had to, like, seriously take into consideration that, like, oh my gosh, this is my reality. This is what I'm dealing with. And honestly, listening to Scotty Sire's music, a lot of people would say, oh, why would you listen to that? It's just sad, and, like, it's not sad if you actually listen to his music. There's, like, a positive message at the end. You just gotta keep listening. Like, for example, one of my favorite songs from Scotty Sire is Ain't That Something from his What's Going On album. There's a line in there where it goes, people make mistakes, tough shit, come to terms with the fact that life's a bitch. I'm not proud of my past, but look at me now. I dug my own grave and then crawled my way out. And when you're at the lowest of lows, there's something you should need to know. No life is good for nothing. You're still alive. Ain't that something? That part specifically hit my soul, because at the time when that song came out, I had just had really dark thoughts, and I knew that, being alive is just, like, an honor and a blessing, because, it's hard, especially with the mental health journey. And also another song by Scotty Sire that really strikes with me is Don't Be Sad, and, it pokes humor at, people telling you, oh, don't be sad, and then, people that, suffer from depression, we're all like, oh my gosh, why didn't I think of that? Oh my gosh, I must be cured now. Which isn't the case. I mean, I know these people mean well when they say don't be sad, but, it kind of invalidates people's feelings. I know everyone means well, and I know whoever's watching this, you probably have told me that, where, like, don't be sad, or it could be worse, or, other people have it worse. It kind of invalidates other people's feelings, and that's something I really want to touch on with this video, is that when talking to someone with, like, mental illness, or, having a mental health crisis, that's something you don't say to them, because it makes them feel invalid, and, if you're not talking to a person that can handle that very well, it could, be damaging to their mental health. Because not everyone deals with the same issues the same. Everyone's different. Now, fast forward. In that same year, I met an amazing artist. His name is Bruce Wigner, also known as Bruiser. I will link his Spotify in the description below. I also have a photo with him. Yeah. He's basically, like, my bestie now, like. Anyways, so he released a song called IDK, and oh my gosh, during the time when he released IDK and when like I started listening to it for the first time, like actually listening to it in 2019 was a time when I was basically doing things for other people, not so much myself, not so much for my own happiness. And I don't know, with Bruiser's music, I noticed that it was basically all the stuff that like is going on in my head, and music, I feel like it was more on the road to healing. So Scott's music was more recognizing my mental illness and, you know, turning into something more positive. With Bruce, it was more of a like healing process, getting better. Speaking of, so Scotty Sire and Bruiser did a song together called Get Better, which you guys should check out. So yeah. And it talks about how you, like, say you have that one person that you like talk to all the time and you feel like a burden to them because you're always venting to them and like taking out your frustrations with your mental illness on them, and yet they're still there for you and you're just doing your best to get better. And then flash forward to the pandemic. I know that was a really hard time for pretty much everyone, and you know, it took a toll on people with mental illnesses because like this is when everything just paused and it was just hard to really distract yourself from what you're dealing with upstairs. And I feel like it caused people with mental illnesses to like just absolutely like lose it, if not, for a lack of a better phrase. And I was one of those people. I was struggling so hard. I've had really bad thoughts, and it's not something that I like talking about, but I know that it's really difficult to get through those dark thoughts. But as cliche as it sounds, there's always something there that could be waiting for you and you don't know. So it's something I try to think about, but sometimes of course it's difficult. And then I feel like when the world started opening up again, my anxiety was extremely heightened, and it was just everything, all my mental illnesses were extremely heightened, from like the pandemic happening to things starting to open up to present day. And yeah, but we're doing our best to cope. So with that being said, everybody knows how 2020 went, and it wasn't the best time. We were not all having a good time or having the best fun. 2021, I was definitely beaten up from 2020. And then earlier this year, I went through a friendship breakup, and that really did take a toll on me because, you know, my support system basically started falling apart, where I felt like I couldn't do anything because, or try to even make my dreams come true because of my mental health condition, which ended up making people go away. But then I started doing YouTube again. I started taking it seriously, and at first it was really rough because I wasn't reaching out to the right audience and everything. I did promote my one friend song, my friend NIALANII, who has amazing music. I will also link her Spotify and all the Apple Music and everything in the description below. And I started doing more reaction videos, which gave me the most amazing audience that I could ask for. I don't consider you guys, you know, subscribers or fans. I do consider you guys like friends, because you guys helped out even though you guys don't know it. You guys helped out so much in like helping me realize that this is what I love doing. as much as like it can be exhausting mentally to be in front of the camera and then keep a happy face for you guys, but you know, seeing that, you know, some of the nice comments that I get, seeing the nice comments I get sometimes, or like a good majority of the time, it makes it worth it, because, you know, I'm glad I can provide entertainment for you through a reaction video, and that's what I live for. That's the thing that keeps me going on here and in life, because you guys make it so worth it to keep pushing and pushing these videos out for you guys. And then come a few months after my friendship breakup and starting YouTube and taking it seriously again, I got picked up by Certified Casting as an influencer, and I started doing a few campaigns for them, and next thing I know, I ended up with an amazing opportunity to do two NAMI episodes, and then meet such amazing people from the production crew, Cassie Sue, Ani, Stephanie, and everyone else who I still keep in contact with to this day, who are just absolutely lovely people, and you should follow them. They will be linked in the description below. Oh my gosh, and they kept the environment safe for me to speak and to share, and those videos will be linked in the description below as well. And then, you know, then I hit another severe depression episode. It felt like everything was going good, and then obviously you don't know when your mental health issues are gonna hit again. So for me, I was struggling. I felt like quitting. I'll be honest with you, I wanted to quit YouTube. I really did. But luckily, my friend Lee, ZESTY Tarot, I'll link her in the description as well, reintroduced me to BTS. Here's where everything starts getting magical for me. I knew about BTS when they first debuted, and I can do a whole video on my journey with BTS. That's not the point of this video. This is my mental health journey video. I was just casually listening to them after I was introduced to BTS, but after doing reaction videos on specifically Jimin, and then she told me to watch an online concert with her, so I did. And then we talked about wanting to go to a concert. This was back in like August, so I'm still baby army, so yeah, bear with me. Then cut to obviously November when they started doing the concerts in LA. But we're skipping too far ahead, so I still was in a dark place when I started standing BTS. I'm gonna be honest. They didn't change my life instantly, but listening to their music, you can feel something there. There was one specific instance. Here's a trigger warning for all of you. I do talk about wanting to unalive myself, but I did something to make unaliving myself happen. I'm not going to go into specifics because you guys don't need the specifics, but it was on a time when I was just sitting in my room and just not sure of whether to continue on in life or in anything. And my phone starts playing BTS, and specifically Magic Shop plays. When Magic Shop came on, there's a specific part in the song. It's during the pre-chorus. I will read you the translation. It reads, "On days I hate hate being myself, days I want to disappear forever. Let's make a door in your heart, open a door and this place will await. It's okay to believe the magic shop will comfort you. I, at the time, didn't know what they were saying. Obviously, because I don't speak Korean at all. So yeah. But something about that song just really had me wanting to continue on, because BTS became my comfort. If you follow any of my social medias, you can see that BTS instantly became my comfort, along with dancing. And speaking of dancing, dance is a form of therapy for me. Because I know that talk therapy isn't always for everybody, but you know, it's worth a try if you're interested in going into getting help for your mental health. It's definitely worth looking into. I'll be honest with you, going to the BTS concerts, I was miserable as heck. That's the truth. I hate to say it, I hate to admit it, because, you know, it's a BTS concert, you should be happy. That wasn't the case for me. I was miserable. It was the time change, you know, time going backwards an hour, along with, you know, lack of sunlight, because right now it's literally raining as I'm filming this. It was darker earlier and it was cold. On top of my already clinical depression, I have seasonal depression. I usually start feeling the absolute worst around this time of the year, for many reasons. Obviously, as the reasons I said before, and the holidays is, prior to 2019, I lost my grandma, and years before that, 10 years before that, I lost my grandpa. Fast forward, 2012, I lost my other grandma on my mom's side, and last year I lost my grandpa on my mom's side. So I know that my story is hard to follow along, but this is kind of just me just venting and doing a recap on my mental health. I'm not where I need to be, but I get closer and closer every time, even with the setbacks. With the BTS concerts, I was depressed, but I don't know, something about those concerts, it may be because BTS is my comfort, but being at those concerts, I felt safe. I felt depressed before the concerts. I felt depressed after the concerts. But the time in between, I felt safe and I felt like I could be myself. That's something about BTS. They do encourage you to be yourself and to love yourself. And they are definitely good for the mental health. And I'm grateful to have started officially standing them this year. And to all the like lovely friends that I've made on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter. Because of BTS, I have like a lovely support system now. I'm grateful. It is the holidays and I'm like I don't necessarily think I'm okay, but I'm just hopefully going into the next year I'll feel better. So yeah, that was a recap of my mental health journey. I know it was like hard to follow and like really annoying and long. I give my thanks for starting my mental health journey to hopefully leading into better mental health and, you know, healing, to Scotty Sire, Bruce Wigner, BTS, Kathy Sue, Ani, Stephanie, BTS Army. I love y'all. My family that has been supportive you guys. Most importantly, you guys. I cannot thank you guys enough. Thank you guys for sticking around. And if you're watching this video, thank you for watching. I love y'all. Stay safe. Happy holidays. I love you. See you guys in the next one. Bye.